G'day YouTube, Warbles on a lot here. Welcome to the second attempt at the fifth run of my concentrated solar wood gasifier. Yesterday I suffered a failure of the canister seal pretty much as soon as I started. So yesterday's run was abandoned, which was kind of a bit of a disappointment. However, we've gone from a Milo tin to a paint tin, or specifically a varnish tin, much more better for providing a gas tight seal on a reusable basis. There's 104 grams of wood in the new canister. I've also tidied up the mounting of the dish, so hopefully this will work out all right. Okay, so that's tied on, and here's another change. I've shortened the outlet pipe coming out of the water collecting jar because I've gone and constructed a 2.5 litre gasometer, and the idea is that this hose here will connect onto the outlet pipe. It'll take whatever gas there is down and there we go, we have a gasometer. It even has, don't know if you can see them down there, 1/4 pound of lead on each side of the gasometer to weight it down. And then to control the flow, we have this little doover. And I think you can see what's going on here. I can get gas coming back out of the pipe. Okay, all set. 11:45, and we shall see what we shall see. And we will turn the thing on, eh? Okay. I'm assuming that's just paint burning off the bottom of the tin. We have the first faint tinge of fumes falling into the collecting jar. And as I said, there's a fair bit of paint burning off the bottom of the varnish tin. So now, I think I'm going to see whether I can blow any bubbles with this thing. Well, we've got something coming out of the sealed can. It's going into the jar. And we have bubbles. We have bubbles coming up into the gasometer. So, we shall see what we shall see. This should perhaps possibly be something of a more meaningful test. I think, I hope. And once again, I am having fun. See? It's just puff, puff, puffing away. Cunning idea, isn't it? Here's another cunning idea. This is an electric thermo probe, which says the air temperature is 17.1 degrees. And it says 380, 400, 450, 490, 500, 520, 450, 500, 520, 535, 45, 55, 60. This is Celsius. So I'm getting 500 degrees on the bottom of the drum. Yeah? Okay, so nearly 12 o'clock. I think that's 10 minutes, might be 15. We've started to collect tar in the little bottle, and down here, well, we've almost got a litre of gas in the gasometer. And there's still a steady, slow stream of bubbles coming out. And now there's starting to be the occasional drip falling into the collecting jar. Okay, we've been here nearly half an hour, and we've got about 2 litres of gas. So I'm going to have to flare off some of it before the gasometer runs out of storage space, because this thing's still pretty much in full production. Okay, let's see what we get. Yeah, it's burning. Should go better tonight. Okay. Right. We'll see what happens now. I know we've collected a reasonable amount of juices, and it's still bubbling. So, at least 2 litres of gas from a ½ litre gasifier canister with 100 grams of wood after only half an hour. That's kind of fascinating. Okay, so we're at about the hour mark, and yeah, we're still bubbling, and we're sitting on the well, I thought this was a 2.5 litre container. Maybe it's only a 2 litre container, in which case we're sitting on the 1.5 litres mark. So at the moment, this thing's made 3 litres of gas in 1 hour. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's burning. Yeah, it's hot. Absolutely, it's hot. It's burning. We have gas. Yahoo, yippee! I'll switch off there. There's, I don't know, probably like ½ litre in there, and we'll see if we can make some more gas between now and shadow horizon and save it to see what happens after dark, because we still have a bottle full of milkiness. The shadow horizon is a fair way off, and everything is still happening, as they say. If a little more slowly. but it is happening. G'day YouTube. Here we are, roughly 2 hours after I started this experiment, with a shade temperature more or less somewhere around 20 degrees. Once again, we have about 1.5 litres of gas in the gasometer. We still have a milky glass, and the temperature on the bottom of the can, it's around 383, 390, 400 degrees Celsius, which is somewhat down from the 500 or 600 degrees it was earlier, presumably because if you're actually paying attention, the blueness of the blue is not as blue as it could possibly be out there to the west, because we've got something of a haze situation going on. Therefore, we've come down from nearly 700 degrees to nearly 600 degrees. But the gasometer continues to rise out of the pond. So all the critters are pretty excited. Isn't that right? Yes, yes. It's all very interesting, isn't it? Everybody's interested in concentrated solar gasification of wood. Just ask any swamp wallaby. I'm kind of sort of tempted to vent a bit of gas at the moment, but because the shadow horizon is so close to the dish, I think I'll try and keep it all in there, on the theory that as the heat comes out of the system, not that much more gas is going to be produced, and I want to save what's in the gasometer to try and flare it off after dark, because methane has an almost clear flame and you need almost darkness to see it burn. Tell me again how the swamp wallabies are not interested in this experiment. Seems like they're pretty interested to me. That's 2.25 hours in. Does that meet with your approval? Oh dear, look at that. It had cooled down to the point where it was actually siphoning water back up out of the water trap. So that had to be stopped. Time being 12 minutes past 2. With something like 20 mils of water and tar in the water trap and 2 swamp wallabies paying attention, while there's 1.5 litres in the gasometer. Isn't that right, Felicity? And it just occurred to me that I might as well hook this back up again, and we'll see whether the remaining heat in the cloud shadowed, tree shaded afternoon sun can blow any more bubbles. Time will tell, so they say. 2 hours, half a horsepower. 19.5 mils. So 5.47% of the wood became gas. You can burn.